Good morning, Hollywood Times listeners. Today we have the pleasure of welcoming Grammy Award-winning Country Music Hall of Fame member, Dove, CMA, and ACM Award-winning, and most importantly, 42-year member of the American music group, the Oak Ridge Boys, Joe Bonsall. Hi, Joe.
Well, hi, Judy. That was quite an introduction. Am I all that? Wow.
Jeez, boy, I had to take a big swallow of water for that one.
Well, when you've been around a long time, and we have, and very, very blessed to still be around, still be singing, still feeling good. Everybody's healthy, everybody's strong, and it's been a tough year, but for all of music. But we're very fortunate that we have some work to do right now, which is really kind of cool. I think there's 1,000 acts would trade places with us.
I know. We're here to talk about you guys bringing home your Christmas tour that you've been doing forever, since way back when Kenny Rogers kind of got you guys started. That's at the Gaylord Opryland 37th Annual Christmas this year, the show. You're going to be doing a dinner show? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, as you alluded to, singing with Kenny Rogers, for a lot of years, back in 79 and 80 on the Full House tour. Well, then he got us together for a Christmas tour back in the late 80s, and we were out there playing Christmas songs with Kenny and thought, man, we could do a Christmas tour. We had 2 Christmas albums out at the time on MCA Records, Oak Ridge Boys Christmas with Thank God for Kids on it, and Oak Ridge Boys Christmas Again. And later on in life, we would record much more Christmas, but at that point in time, we embarked out on a big Christmas tour. And that first year, I think we did 15 shows. Marie Osmond was with us, and we played arenas. Well, the tour has matured over the years, and we've done 25 to 30 cities every year until this year, when we were invited by Gaylord Opryland to do a Christmas residency right here in Nashville, which is really cool because we're home. And we go down there, and it is a gourmet dinner show. The doors are at 5:30, and they have dinner from 6 to 7, and it's not just your regular banquet chicken, it's gourmet.
Wow.
Gourmet chefs, man, cooking up a big dinner for people. And then from 7 to about 8:15, the Oak Ridge Boys come out on stage and do a full production Christmas show. It's really, really cool. And it's, this is the first year during Christmas where we've been home because this Christmas tour has gotten so big. And, with this COVID and everything, man, had we had 25 to 30 cities out there booked like we normally do, I'm sure most all of them would have canceled, as most of the year has. So to be in Nashville and have Opryland, and of course they regard all of the safety rules, all of the social distancing, all of the cleanliness, all of everything, to be able to put this on. And so far the city has agreed that they are doing the right things and they're allowing the shows to happen so far. I say that because God never knows, I guess, what's going to happen. But right now, we've done 2 shows already, and they were wonderful Friday and Saturday night. It's so good to be singing. And then we have just a couple days off here. And then from here on, starting on Wednesday night, which I don't know when you're going to play this, but for me, tomorrow night we start up, and we sing Wednesday through Monday with Tuesdays off all the way through Christmas night. So it's a big, big event, and we certainly invite people to go online and look it up and maybe come join us if it's possible.
Wow. Well, we're going to try to get one of our representatives, a reporter who lives in Oklahoma. She's going to try to come out there and cover it for us. I'm so excited.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I wish I could do it, but I'm a little afraid to get on a plane right now, So
yeah, well, there's a lot of scary stuff out there right now. There's just no doubt about that. But God is great, and I think He's got it. And I think we're going to be okay eventually here. And this will all be in our rearview mirror. It may still take a while, but we just need to stay healthy and stay strong and stay gold.
So doing your Christmas show, Joe, all these years, and from being a young man, a young child, what was your favorite Christmas song of all time?
Oh, my goodness gracious, that's too hard for me. I mean, my gosh, the Oak Ridge Boys have recorded 8 Christmas albums. We have more Christmas music out than Kenny Rogers and Andy Williams put together. And it seems like every year I have a favorite. My favorite this year is a song called My Son. It's everything from Mary's point of view, and I get to sing it on the show every night. So for me right now, it's an Oak Ridge Boy Christmas song called My Son.
Oh, great. So do you do a lot of, stage presence, changing of your clothes, the background? You guys do all that kind of stuff, or is it just...
We don't do costume changes, no. We leave that to
all the girls?
Underwood.
Yes, there you go.
No. It's a very fast-paced 40-minute, hour and 15-minute show. We start out with a couple of hits, American Made, Thank God for Kids, Elvira. Then we go dark, come up snowing. We've got snow, we've got Santa Claus, we've got a rocking chair segment. We do change sets a few times, but no, there's no time for costume changes. We just dress nice and go out and sing.
That's great. So what has been the band's secret for all these years that you guys have been together? You've been together with them since you were like 25 years old, right? Back in 73?
Right. You've done your research. I joined the Oak Ridge Boys in 1973. I was 25. I'm 72 now, and I'm still the new guy.
Wow. Isn't that something?
The other three have been here longer than me. And but, you know, the Oak Ridge Boys is a special thing. It's a special institution, a special place to be. It's a special part of music history, and I'm honored to be a part of it, man. All these years, I feel so blessed and fortunate to be an Oak Ridge boy. I don't know if this COVID thing will eventually be the end. We've always said we don't know how to stop singing. God's going to have to show us when it's time to stop. And we have done a lot of stop singing this past year because of this pandemic. But here we are, though, gathered up again, doing 29 Christmas shows at Gaylord Opryland right here at home. I mean, when we finish singing, we get to go back to the house.
Your wives must love that.
Yeah, I think of course, I've been home a lot this year, and actually, me and my wife are doing very, very good. I wondered if she could stand me being home as much as I've been, but for some reason, it's working out. Thank God. And it is for all of us. I heard Dwayne Allen say the other day that him and his wife have gotten closer through all this. So I think me and Mary have too. And you need to draw strength from one another, and having a good partner in life certainly does that for you.
Yeah, and your daughters and grandkids are all doing well?
They're all doing well. My grandson's in the Navy, and he's coming home tomorrow. Coming home tomorrow for about 3 or 4 days, and we're looking forward to seeing him. And daughters are doing fine. All my family's healthy, and my daughters, both of them, are still working. My one daughter works for Haverty's in Nashville. She's a designer, interior designer, and my other daughter works for the Jewish Foundation in Florida, and she's on Zoom every day. Her husband is a welder, so he's working, and Sabrina's husband is a construction guy, and there's been no shortage of work for him either. So yeah, man, we've been very, very blessed. The only one that's been out of work mostly has been me. But like I say, we're back at it right now, and it sure feels good.
Well, then I also read that you guys own a 300-plus acre ranch.
Yeah, my wife and I, back in 1998, we found this property up on the Kentucky-Tennessee line. It's about 350-acre farm, and it's just beautiful. Woods, pastures, quietness. And in fact, I'm sitting on the front porch talking to you right now. I'm out here.
Oh my gosh. And I also read you had some kind of special ops guard donkeys. Do you still have those donkeys? What is that exactly?
The only life force we have out here is our 2 donkeys. And they're great. We've had them now. They're both 22 years old, and they're great little creatures. And I tweet photos and videos of them all the time at Joe Bonsall. But in fact, I tweeted one this morning. They made the worst hee-haw I've ever heard this morning, and I got it on film. It's just a terrible hee-haw. It sounded like somebody had them by the throat. It just wasn't good. But yeah, I call them my guard donkeys because they kind of guard the place when I'm not here, along with my neighbors and family, of course.
Wow. Well, since you've been home because of the pandemic, what kind of honey-do list does your wife have for you?
Well, she doesn't like to leave the house too often. You know, she's been very good at this, and I have taken on the role of grocery shopping.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never really done that much before, but now I know where everything is at Publix.
Good plug.
I go in there with my cart, and I have a list, and I pick it up. I said, man, I might have been a star of the Grand Ole Opry on Saturday, but on Sunday afternoon, I'm just another husband with a grocery list. Feels good.
Well, that's the other question I wanted to ask. What did it feel like to become a member of the Grand Ole Opry?
Oh, it was a real honor, just like the Country Music Hall of Fame, even the Gospel Music Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. These great honors that have come our way over the years have just it's just been very humbling, to be honest with you, man. I never dreamed that I'd be a member of the Grand Ole Opry someday, or be in a Hall of Fame of any kind. I'm in the Philadelphia Music Hall of Fame, and I'm the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, the Vocal Group Hall of Fame, the Country Music Hall of Fame. And I sit here sometimes and I have to pinch myself at the blessings that have come my way all these years. And I've gotten them all just by going out on stage and giving it my best. And I think God has rewarded me for that.
Oh, he sure has. And we thank him for that. Let's talk about your latest of 10 books, On the Road with the Oak Ridge Boys. How amazing that book must be.
Yeah, it's kind of a fly-on-the-wall book. It's called On the Road with the Oak Ridge Boys. As you say, you can look it up on Amazon by Joseph S. Bonsall. That's kind of my pen name, and I've written 10 books. But On the Road with the Oak Ridge Boys is a very special book. I make you a fly on the wall in the world of the Oak Ridge Boys. Ride with us. Come with us. Record with us. Go on the Christmas tour with us. Ride the bus. Find out how everything works, how we get from point A to B to C to D, how we've done it for years, how we do it now. Learn about each of the guys, learn about the band. It's really, CMT, Country Music Television, called it the best inside music book written in the last 25 years. So that's a real honor for me. And if you're a fan of the Oak Ridge Boys, it's a must-have. If you're just a fan of music, it's kind of fun to see how a major act does what they do.
That'd be a great gift for ourselves, and also get an extra copy to give up for the holidays upcoming.
Hey, that's a great idea. You can find all my books at Amazon.com, Joseph S. Bonsall. They make amazing Christmas presents.
There you go, folks. Got to get myself a copy. Let's take a minute and talk about the foundation, Joseph S. and Marianne Boswell Foundation. How's that going?
Well, a bunch of years ago, about 20 years now, the Oak Ridge Boys had a building that we sold. Mm-hmm. And we all got a little windfall from selling the building. And I decided to start a foundation. My wife and I decided. We put all that money into a foundation. And it's a foundation that has two goals. We work with children's literacy, and we give to those causes. And we're big cat people, so we support a lot of shelters and a lot of cat causes around the country that for the benefit of looking after kitties. And that's very close to our hearts.
So whose job is it to clean out all the cat litter boxes?
Thankfully, Mary does that.
Oh my God, she's a hero. I don't think I've
ever touched a litter box shovel. I don't think I've ever touched one. She gets up every day, and man, she takes care of them cats better than she does anything.
I saw a picture of her with the cat. She's this beautiful woman, and it's such a blessing what you do for the animals that you've helped.
Thank you, ma'am.
Throughout the years.
It's a blessing to us too.
So, how do our listeners get to see your show? What's the site to get tickets if we want to come out to Nashville?
Well, I'm looking that up right now, and I think I've got it right here. Christmas at GaylordOpryland.com. Christmas at GaylordOpryland.com. That's where you'll find all of your information on the show. If you go to oakridgeboys.com, you can link over if that's easier for you to find. So our website, oakridgeboys.com, or www.christmas@GaylordOpryland.com. It's really the place to go for information on all of the Christmas activities at Gaylord this year, and of course find tickets to our dinner shows.
Well, there you go. You've got so much going on. I just wonder how you even have time to write these books that you've written all along these years.
Oh, you'd be amazed. Sometimes if the faucet turns on and you have something to write, something in your heart, you take the time to write it, man. It's I love to write.
We thank you for taking the time to give us a call. I know you're really, really busy at this time. What's your family doing for Thanksgiving this year?
I think we're going to kind of just hang back a little bit. We probably will get together with our daughter Sabrina, lives in town, and our granddaughter Breanne and our grandson Luke. He's like I said, he's in from the Navy, and we have a great grandson. He's 3 now, so we'll probably get together with all of them on some level. I'm not exactly sure yet what we're doing. I know I have a show Thanksgiving night, so I'll be down at Opryland singing, but almost every night, in fact. But we'll manage to celebrate it somehow and try to keep everybody safe.
And Joe, last thing, what's on your Christmas list this year?
Just singing songs, man. I haven't really thought about our regular Christmas yet at home because, this Opryland Christmas residency is pretty all-consuming. So I think I'm doing Christmas every single night, and eventually we'll have a nice Christmas at home, too.
Well, great. Well, the best of luck. I know you guys don't need it because it's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's an amazing show. And you've had 2 of them already, right?
Yeah, we played last Friday and Saturday, and then we had 3 days off, today being the 3rd day, and we start back up tomorrow night. So it's nice to have had a couple days off to just relax and process, and it's about time to get back to singing, and it just feels so good to be singing. Ever since March 15th, we've had just a little handful of things. We did record a new album in August, and come out next year. And I said, God forbid, don't let it come out in 2020.
No kidding.
Boy. And so we've managed to keep ourselves a little bit busy, but for the most part, we haven't had very much to do this year. Like all the music people, everybody's been out of work for the most part. Concerts went away.
Of course.
So that's why this residency at Opryland is just so special. It's held in a big, gigantic ballroom. The tables are separated for safety, and it's so big that the tables go back as far as you can see, and they're all separated to adhere to COVID-19 rules. Opryland is at the forefront of safety on this matter, and we get there. We all drive down there. Our buses are parked and plugged in behind the stage. We change clothes on the bus. We walk in the door. We go on stage. We sing. We walk back out the door, change, get in our cars, and drive home. So it's kind of a unique gig for us, but it's really been special. If the first two nights are any indication, this show means a lot to a lot of people, including us.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's very safe to be able to going out, getting your bus, coming in that way. I'm glad to hear that everyone's being safe. That's what's important.
Yes, ma'am.
So
at the forefront of it.
You said you had a new album release coming out next year?
Yeah, Dave Cobb produced an album on it. It's called Front Porch Singing. It's going to come out next year, and it's the idea behind it is four guys sitting on a front porch singing gospel and country and favorite songs and a few new songs and a few old songs, and it's really magical. I think people are going to love it next year. Oh,
well, we'll talk to you later next year. Get that promoted
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that, ma'am.
Joe, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for talking to me and for having me on, and God bless, and everybody stay gold out there. We love you.